Okay, everybody, here we go. Here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Monday, April 7th, 2025. We're going to talk, you and me. It's just too freaking obvious what's going on here. It's incredible. They think we're dumb. They think we're stupid. They think we're not paying attention. Like, they're using us as if we're some kind of worthless, things, and that's absolutely not true. Um, you and I, we get it here. We've been calling this for so long. Anyway, guys and girls, so let me get my head on straight with this post market wrap up here. And I'm having a bad day, a bad hair day today. What do you think? Anyway, guys, look, let's talk. This was the real story today. This was the 10-year yield that's bouncing around like a freaking yo-yo. What is this telling us? There is clearly instability in the debt market yet again. This is a time bomb, man. You all know that. And every manner of everything you could think about, dream about, have a nightmare about, or whatever it might be, is being utilized to fuel the debt machine, the monster, to keep the illusion real for just a little bit longer. It's not, it's already coming apart. And this is not an accident, nothing at all that we're seeing. And in fact, let me explain this to you maybe. You see what's going on here with the stock market? Everyone's watching it. Everybody's looking at it. Everyone is concerned about it. What does that tell you? They want you to look there. They want you to look at the stock market. It's what they always do. It's a deception on a massive scale. It's got people rattled. It's got people full of anxiety and fear, the things feed on. Look here. Look at this. Here's the thing, man. You and I covered this recently. When President Trump announced his Liberation Day, there was not one syllable, not one word, not one breath that came out of his mouth speaking about the potential fallout, including what we're seeing here. Nothing, zero. Do you think maybe that was done on purpose too? With his, it was a clown show, and but anyway, look, here's the situation. The stock market right now is being used as a grand deception. There is no way on this earth, off this earth, or anywhere else, that President Trump and the rest of his whatever they are, okay, didn't see this coming with the props and the bringing people up and rah rah rah. You can't make it up. It was an incredible thing. So they want you to look at this. They want you to have that anxiety, that fear. Now remember, what we're witnessing here isn't about portfolios. It's not about something that doesn't even exist. We don't even have a market anymore. This entire thing is nothing but a house of cards built over a pool of gasoline. It's been built deliberately to keep people focused on there. Look at my 401k. I'm rich. I can retire now. Not so much. Okay. Anxiety, fear, despair, all that stuff being built in. People don't know what to do with themselves. And, on top of that, we got a middle class that's being systematically erased. People can't survive. They can't come up with $400 for an emergency anymore. Jobs at the federal level are being evaporated, and that's going to bleed right off into the broader economy, into the private sector. There's just no doubt about it. We all know that. The entire world economy is thrust into this situation. And this is, again, there's no way on this earth anywhere else that this is not all by design. You have to understand, and I'm going to cover more of what's really going on in just a moment, because there is, they're telling you, they want you to focus on the stock market, but not on what's actually going on and why things are what they are. But we're going to cover that exactly in just a moment. So anyway, as I was saying, this was a real story today. With this just craziness, no stability here. The dollar is trying to wake up, man. It's trying to say, hey, wait a minute. The dollar is in its death throes. The dollar is in its death throes because it's being put there by, again, the Federal Reserve, along with every other world central bank. What have I been telling you guys and girls forever? They're in a race to the bottom. Who can kill their currency the fastest wins. And it's going to be the Federal Reserve here, and they have the supreme puppet here. I told you guys and girls, before the presidential selection, what was going to happen. I said whoever they chose as the new president would be the biggest traitor to the nation and to we the people, because they would align themselves with the Federal Reserves. That's exactly what my words were. And that's exactly what has happened here. Calls for a weaker dollar. Calls for lower rates here. Plays right into their game. You know that. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But the dollar is trying. Okay, we're still below a critical level, 104. We're at 103.3. This is how we ended the day. Pretty crazy whips all over the place. Again, that was from clearly instability in the debt market. This is how we ended here. Lovely. And this, of course, too, man. A lot of volatility here as well. Now, before we move on to really what I want to cut into here, let's laugh, you and me, for just a moment, because I love these guys, these so-called economists. Now they're saying, it's dire, the economic slowdown. It's already begun. Duh. Wall Street fear gauge soars to a rare crisis level. More fear, more anxiety, whatever they got to do. Again, that's how they feed. They feed on us like we're nothing. They want to consume everything that we are, including our hopes, our dreams, and everything else. Now, I want to read this to you. This, again, people, guys and girls, man, I really want to know. Is there another guy or girl? I don't follow anyone. I don't know who else tries as hard as I do. And I'm sure there are other people, I just don't know them, who attempt to keep you guys and girls on the right side of this and try to raise your awareness like I've been telling you guys and girls to do for 1,000 years. I put all this stuff out to you twice a day here, and I love being here with you. I love this live stream with you. Later, we're going to cover some stuff here together, you and me, with regard to questions. I'll do a little Q&A. But in my newsletter, this is in your inbox right now. If you subscribe to it, there is a link in the description of this video. I want to read this to you. I want to go through this with you. And I hope that you guys and girls come away with a new perspective. What do we know is going on? What are you being told to do? Look here. Look at the stock market. Look at your 401k. Look at your investment plan. That's what they want you to do. All right. But because you can't know, first of all, there are some very basic, there are actually only two, and I've covered this with you before. In economics and finance, I'm going to talk about this again because we're getting a lot more people. We are getting throngs of people here lately, and this is you guys and girls. It's not me. I just do the same thing. But you guys and girls are out here. You're sharing this stuff. You're commenting a lot. The algorithms are picking it up. You're giving these videos a thumbs up if I've so earned them. Okay. So we're getting a lot of new people here. But look, for those of you that may be in school studying economics and or finance or both, because they're obviously linked together. Okay. Go ask your professor if they know. This is an interesting question for your professor. In economics and finance, you ask them this question and they don't know the answer. You need to find a new teacher. There are only two fundamental truths, two absolute truths with regard to economics and finance, okay? To have a strong economy, you need a strong currency. Then why is it why President Trump is now wants lower rates, calling for a weaker currency, a weaker dollar? Did he miss that part of business school? You know, he did go to Wharton Business School, maybe Wharton Failure Business School. And to have a strong currency, you need a corresponding rate of interest high enough to support the purchasing power of the currency. These are absolute truths with regard to economics and finance. I know for a fact that we have people here who follow this blog who understand these concepts. I know you all do too, if you've been with me for any length of time. So, understanding that, I want to cover this with you now, and we're going to talk about the crime of the century. Even if there were any gold in Fort Knox being stolen as we speak, This is a bigger crime than that. Lions, Trump and the Fed are partners in the crime of the century. Lions, let's start with this. And for those of you who feel like I am not understanding what's actually behind President Trump's intentions, tell me where I got this wrong. I especially want to hear from you guys and girls. So, Lions, let's start with this. The world economy and financial system, you've heard this before, is not run by presidents, kings, queens, dictators, or monarchs. The entire Babylon system is run by central banks who have an ultimate goal, and that is to become the buyers and lenders of last resort. You know that better than anybody. To extort, I use this word literally, control from all of us, and thereby weaken us by making themselves stronger. What we are seeing here is a massive push as a collective effort to thrust us and the rest of the world into some kind of deep recession / depression, something yet to be defined. We're moving very rapidly into neo-feudalism. Does that sound familiar to you? Yeah, that's exactly what's going on here. We've been in the middle of the largest wealth transfer the world has ever seen. Where does that wealth come from? Tell Greg Mannarino again where it comes from. Again, when you have the mechanism of artificially suppressed rates and currency purchasing power destruction, wherever you live in the world, under the rulership of a central bank with their puppet, in this case, the duppy himself, Donald Trump. You know what the duppy is? Okay. Some of you still, the truth here is eluding you. Maybe you want to look it up. Okay. This mechanism here is a wrecking machine raping the economy, raping the middle class here, while it keeps the wealth moving right up to the 1% and 2%. It is called the Cantillon effect. You might want to look into that if you're new here. I know people that have been with me, you're very well versed as to what the Cantillon effect may be. What we are seeing here is a massive push, a collective effort to thrust the United States and the world into some kind of deep recession / depression. By doing so, thrusting the economy into a dramatic, engineered, massive slowdown. This will allow the Fed to cut rates dramatically, possibly even going negative. All this is with President Trump working with the Federal Reserve in an unholy alliance here to bring the economy to its knees. And as you can see, this is bringing the world economy to its knees. This has nothing to do with negotiation of trade deals. The war we're in right now, which is devoid. You don't hear about this. It's astonishing. How can they do this? The power, understanding that nowhere in the media are you allowed to know that we are in a war 24/7 since the 15th of last month, around the clock, blasting another nation into oblivion. Not to fight terrorism, not to free up the shipping lanes, but to allow the Fed to inflate. Where do we get the cash from? We don't have a little chest somewhere with cash that we can just take it out. No, it's come right from the Fed. You're paying for it as we murder and slaughter and crucify a life, destroy it, anti-life. It's that they are. That's what's happening here. That's not a negotiation tactic with terror. What's happening right now with these tariffs, this is not a negotiation tactic. It's anti-negotiation. President Trump can't negotiate himself out of a paper bag. The man is not a businessman. He plays himself to be one. He is a real estate developer and investor. One of the best. I will give the man that. President Trump, that's where he made his fortune. He knows real estate and real estate investing. With regard to businesses, nobody's had more failed businesses than this guy. He can't even run a casino. 3 failed casinos. We're supposed to believe he can run a nation here. He's not a negotiator. He is a destroyer. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. So anyway, this is engineered, what we're seeing right now, the destruction of the global economy here to allow central banks and the Fed, of course, include, to institute rate cuts so deep, we're probably going negative. Now, what does that allow the Fed to do? To fulfill their goal, to inflate, to devalue the dollar, to kill it, to kill the dollar. Again, it's a race to the bottom. I've been telling you this, guys, for 10 years. Whoever can get there first, that's what they're trying to do. It looks like the Fed has their chosen one. He said he was the chosen one. Okay? That's who's here right now. Okay? I told, if it would have been Harris, the other thing that was running, then she would have been the chosen one. Doesn't matter. Just happened to be this guy here with his little cohort, the other antichrist, Elon Musk in his Baphomet suit. Yeah, the debt market is quite interesting, isn't it? Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. Anyway, now this is all engineered to destroy the economy, destroy the people, to get them on their knees, to beg for a new system, to beg for a new system, dependency on the system, slaves to the system. Sound familiar? I've only been telling you this same thing for 10 freaking years. Trump is working directly with the Fed. Rate cuts will allow the Fed to vastly inflate itself. And via that mechanism, they become more powerful. It's the goal of every central bank, which is the goal of every central bank. And we, the people, lose. How does winning feel to you right now? For those of you that bought that line, okay, the deception, another lie from the duppy. Unbelievable. Trump is working with the Fed directly to make certain that what we just discussed here, that the Fed can use whatever is around it right now, this destruction of the economy, along with other central banks. This is just going to be exclusive to the Federal Reserve. They're going to work in tandem to lower rates. That means destroy the purchasing power of the currency. You think it's bad for you now. Take tariffs off the table. Let's pretend for a moment that there is no tariffs. Doesn't matter. They're killing the purchasing power of the currency. Trump is leading the charge, working with the Fed as a partner to bring about the new system again. Is it any mystery why we're now the crypto capital of the world? Why we're adding cryptocurrencies to our strategic reserves? Why we're not adding gold and or silver to our strategic reserves? Any mystery there? Or have we finally dug to the bottom of it? Can't make it up. So as I said, Trump is working with the Fed directly to make certain this is a reality. His calls for a weaker dollar and demands for low rates plays right into the ultimate goal of the Fed. This is a game. Trump is the duppy. He is the duppy. And we are being destroyed from within. Now, Lions, this sounds all kind of ghastly, doesn't it here? Okay. But I want you to pay attention to this. This is what I just said should be pretty obvious to you. What I just said is very important here because it allows us to understand what's going on here. All we want to know is the truth. Let me tell you something. If President Trump would have sat there in the Rose Garden and said, guys and girls, listen, I want to tell you the truth. I'm working with the Federal Reserve. We're looking to destroy the dollar and henceforth destroy you. Yeah, there would be craziness and pandemonium everywhere, but at least we would know what's happening. We don't know what's happening to us because, again, it's a deception. Let's watch the stock market, everyone. Let's focus on this. Look at your cost of living. Look how you're being squeezed. Do you feel it yet? Do you feel it? Yeah, because we've only been talking about this forever now. Now, this is the part that I feel is more important than anything that I've read to you so far. You, we, I, and I. You and I are one. You and I are one. I and I, okay? As we say in Rasta. I and I were born for this time, not to fear Babylon, but to stand above it, to overstand, okay? Not understand, overstand, okay? To stand above it, to see through the smoke and recognize the hand moving the pieces. It's pretty obvious, and it is not a pretty hand. It's a dark, hideous thing. This is not just about economics, people. This is spiritual warfare masked as monetary policy. This is spiritual warfare masked. What have I been talking about these masks lately? Okay, they all wear the mask. A lot of people see the mask. They can't see what's behind the mask. You and me, it's easy for us to pull the mask off. This is spiritual warfare masked as monetary policy. The Fed and its puppets are not managing the collapse. They are orchestrating it. 3 times, Trump is not breaking the system. He is delivering it into the hands of the beast. Trump is not breaking the system. He is delivering it into the hands of the beast. Trump is not breaking the system. He is delivering it into the hands of the beast. While there are people who cheer for saviors, the central banks tighten their grip. The system is failing, but you don't have to fall with it. Roar, my lions. Roar, my lions. Let your voice be heard. Because frankly, I think the time has come. I think the time has come. If we unify, you know what? I've been saying for a long time that, this channel, kind of big. It isn't big enough, but let me tell you something about this channel. It's big enough. It's big enough that we can put a dent in it. We could put a dent. We together, if we unify, if we speak as one voice, roar as one lion, I guarantee you that we can make a dent in this. We can make a dent. That means we can weaken it. And then we can continue making that dent bigger and bigger and bigger. You see what I'm talking about? That's what this is all about. Exactly. Uprising, people. It's time for a freaking revolution. I've been telling you that for a very, very long time. That time is now. Because you can see what's happening here. If you still cannot see that we have a puppet president working with the Federal Reserve here to allow them to get stronger. What happened during President Trump's last tenure? The Federal Reserve was vaulted into the pinnacle of power. What happened to debts and deficits during his last tenure? He said we were going to pay off the debt in 3 years. He said that deficits, the trade deficit was going to shrink. What happened? Did people forget what actually happened? How did this happen to us? No accident. You all know that 91% of you believe and know in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit what's happening. And now it's time for us to make that dent. Again, they fear us. They don't want us together. They don't want us to be single-minded. They don't want us to unify. They want us divided because we are so powerful and so strong. And let me tell you something else. Every revolution starts out like this. That's you and me. We are the spark. We are that spark that can turn into a raging inferno, raging light. And I'll tell you something, people. You and me, I know this, and you know it too. We have the ultimate power. Madison, thank you. The ultimate power. It's invincible. It's an unexhausting amount of energy and power from the source. If we tap into that, how can we lose? So this is a call to arms, my lions, all of you out here. I think I'm pretty clear. I think we're all clear, right, Axiom? We're all on this. All of you here. Every one of you are here. What do you notice is not happening right here? We're not getting any pushback because they know it's the truth. The thing that seeks to twist and bend the minds of men and women. It's afraid. It can't hear it. It can't handle it. It's amazing, people. It really, really is. But what's really amazing here is what we are capable of. We have built something here. Sure, a lot of people have thrown stones at us, as I've been telling you, and whatever they want. We've taken those stones and we built this thing. I am darn proud of it here. I'm darn proud of it. And now we are a force. We are a force to be reckoned with, my lions. Make sure they hear your voice. Start to infiltrate every single social network you could come up with. Let them hear your voice. Roar. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Guys and girls, listen, man. I'm going to open this up to you right now. Let's answer some questions if you have any at all. If we're clear, that's fine too. Joe, that's a great question. Are you seeing what's going on here? Joe Potter's asking what's happening here with the 10-year yield. It's all over the place. It's all over the place today. The debt market is supposed to be rock solid. It's supposed to be stable. You all know that. I've discussed this a million times. Oil prices, we'll get to that in a second. But with regard to the 10-year yield, this is a clear sign of instability. There's a lot of debt selling and there's a lot of debt buying. Nations are dumping U.S. debt as if it's like they don't want it. Who wants it? Who wants our dollar? Exactly, Jonathan. The word of God is at hand. And I think he's speaking to all of us here. Don't you feel it? I feel it. People. So no stability here in the debt market. What's going to happen? The Fed's going to buy it all. That's what they want to do. It's their ultimate goal. All central banks have but one goal: to own it all, to issue their product debt to all of us, force us to transact in it, and then use that, create it out of nothing, and buy all the debt. That makes them more powerful. It's an incredible thing. Now, with regard to oil, the reason why we're seeing oil crater like this is obvious. Again, the world is being squeezed. We're being thrust into dystopia. But we know that already. Is this anything new to you, guys and girls who have been with me for any length of time? No, of course not. We have all worked together to build this masterpiece that we have here. This collective consciousness from around the world. Do you realize that you, as being part of this family here that we've created, you have friends all over this world? Tap into that. Use that. It's an incredible thing that we've built, people. Honestly, I wish we were 10 times bigger. But we're big enough now that we can put a dent in this. We can dent it. If not worse, if we keep pushing, if we unify, if we understand what's happening. And I think we're very clear. Very, very clear. I and I. I don't even want to say you, because I is you and I. We are one. We are one. Imagine what we can do with that as a unified pride of lions who are ready to roar. It's crazy, guys. All right, listen. I'm going to let you guys go. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Guys and girls, listen, man. This video. This is your sword. Okay? What I want you to do with this video, if you've gotten something out of it, you are free, and I hope you do, use what we talk about here, what our consciousness comes up with here. Take that and use it as a weapon against those that are seeking to destroy. Share the video. Get it out there. And do whatever else. Look, man, you guys and girls want to create another, like a YouTube blog or something like that. Use all my work. Use all of it. I'm not out here to self-aggrandize myself. I don't care. I already told you. We're in this together, man. This is our thing. All right. We're out here. Guys and girls, I'll see you in the morning. For those of you that are looking for new trades for tomorrow, I got your back on that. I just need time. It's so time consuming. I'll get them out later. I'll send you out an email on my website, traderschoice.net. Of course, link here for you guys and girls. And that's all, guys and girls. Much love to you too, Axie. Much love to all of you. Can I be a French Craig? I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds good. Yeah. What time, Greg? I don't know what time, man. I got to work on it. We're working on it. Racetrack. Did you see my? I posted a video Thursday. No, Sunday. Thursday on Sunday. I posted a video. I ran an 862 quarter mile, 157 and change in bad air, meaning high humidity. It was like 84 degrees with a density altitude of like 2,500 feet with a headwind, and I still ran an 862 without using the freaking trans brake. All right, it's pretty bad. I know the poor penguins got tariffed. I heard the penguins are refusing to pay the tariffs. I don't know how Trump is expecting to get the penguins to pay the tariffs. I didn't even want to talk about that, man. Anyway, guys, we're out here, all right? That's kind of it. See you later, guys and girls. Again, in the morning as usual. We got each other, man, and we have a direct link What have I been telling you for months? Reconnect with the source. People, let me tell you something about the source. I point up here, okay? But what do we know? What is the book? What does our book tell us? The kingdom of God is here. It's within us all. Pretty obvious, right? I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.